And NBC4's Conan Nolan is live in frigid Iowa in Des Moines, coping with the cold there with a wrap-up of the caucus and what happens next. Conan, good morning.
Good morning. Well, that's one of the stories is the cold. The turnout was very low yesterday, and that hurt most of the candidates. I can tell you, though, that based on what we've seen and the results that you were just reporting, Donald Trump supporters went out in the minus 10-degree cold last night to support their candidate.
If there was any doubt that the party of Lincoln was now the party of Trump, Iowa laid it to rest. The 45th president, who is seeking to become the 47th, got his record margin of victory and a majority of the vote to boot. So overwhelming a victory that there were no calls of fraud, as in his loss here 8 years ago. Instead, Donald Trump appeared magnanimous.
I want to congratulate Ron and Nikki for having a good time together. We're all having a good time together. And I think they both actually did very well.
Not really. For Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, it was a distant second in a state where he spent so much time, money, and planning. Still, runner-up was a prize in itself.
We thank you for your effort. We thank you for your support. You helped us get a ticket punched out of the Hawkeye state.
Third place, meanwhile, wasn't exactly the big mo Nikki Haley was looking for out of Iowa, underperforming in even the suburban caucuses where she was expected to excel. In defeat, she road-tested a new theme, linking the 77-year-old Trump with the 81-year-old incumbent Democrat.
They have more in common than you think. 70% of Americans don't want another Trump-Biden rematch.
And while the freezing temperatures may have reduced turnout, it didn't seem to hurt the front runner.
I liked what he did in his previous 4 years.
You think your guy, Ron DeSantis, stay in the race? You think he's got a chance?
No.
And the Republican field lost its high-tech, high-energy troublemaker, Vivek Ramaswamy, dropping out, now an assumed candidate for a Trump cabinet post.
Once again, most of the folks here assessing the results of that race last night realized that the polls were not nearly as accurate as some thought. Nikki Haley came in late. She didn't have the organization that is needed for a caucus state. In fact, at the caucus that we were at last night, there was a representative from the Trump campaign speaking to the caucus goers. In fact, that was Jim Jordan, a member of Congress from Ohio. Of course, the DeSantis campaign had their own supporters there, but although it was a fairly suburban caucus, that's the area where Nikki Haley was supposed to do well, they didn't have anybody from her campaign. They did pick somebody out of the audience to say something, but she again polled in third place in those suburban districts. Reporting live from Des Moines, Iowa, I'm Conan Nolan, NBC4 News. Back to you.
Conan, it's on to New Hampshire in the primary there, and Nikki Haley, you just mentioned her, she declared last night that this race is now a two-person contest. Why would she say that, given that she actually finished third behind DeSantis in Iowa?
That's a good question. Well, I think it's because Ron DeSantis is maybe skipping New Hampshire. From what I'm told, he's going directly to South Carolina, which is the next state, and that electorate is that Republican electorate, I should say, is far closer to the electorate, the evangelical base for the Republicans in this state. New Hampshire, that's a different animal. If there's any state Nikki Haley can win, it's that one. Those Republicans there, less evangelical, more libertarian. She's polling within single digits of Donald Trump. Chris Christie is out of the race. She could pick up his support. So she thinks the next week we're going to be talking about New Hampshire now, a week from today. It's all going to be Donald Trump, Nikki Haley. Her campaign's expecting Mr. Trump to go a lot harder on her over the next several days because of that.
Conan, thank you so much for being out there. We hear it feels like 24 below zero. It's 8 below zero there right now. So, yeah, we are so sorry that you're out there, those elements. Thank you. We know you're headed to New Hampshire for this primary. Hopefully it's warmer there. We're hoping. Fingers crossed.
That's the hope.
All right, Conan, thank you so much.
That's the plan.